Where are all of my leads? If you're a B2B marketer, I can guarantee you've heard this probably at least twice today. And if you continue to focus on lead generation, it's going to end up with you getting fired. They're going to walk you through exactly all the reasons that lead generation is killing your B2B marketing program and some great ways to fix them. So before we dig into why it's busted, let's talk about why lead gen gets pushed so much. Most people that experience marketing in their personal life. So they experience it in a B2C context. B2C, or business to consumer, is focused on lots and lots and lots of leads. There's not really a sales team involved in most B2C environments. It's mainly focused on how do I get the most people to engage with our ad, to then get on our landing page, to add the product to the cart, to then push buy. That's really it. In that context, it's small prices for hundreds of thousands of people. Whereas in B2B, really, we often sell something to a highly specific buyer. It's nuanced, it's complex. There's not hundreds of thousands of companies that can buy. There might be thousands or tens of thousands. So in this context, B2B is way more focused on the quality of the lead versus the quantity of the lead. But lead gen primarily focuses on how to get as many as possible, not as good as possible. So we think about the three big reasons why lead gen is going to kill your program. The very first is you're celebrating the wrong thing. So again, with a lead gen approach, we celebrate big numbers. So we celebrate the hundreds of downloads we got on our downloadable content offer, the gigantic attendance at the webinar, that our email list is growing. And I do want to be clear, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not the right thing to celebrate, because I have seen hundreds of marketing teams that hit their lead gen goals while the sales pipeline is empty. And as a result, if you are celebrating as a marketing team with an empty pipeline, it makes you look like you have no idea what's actually happening in the business. And that's how marketing teams get viewed as an arts and crafts department versus as a revenue partner. The next reason is it actually makes sure that your sales team doesn't trust a thing you say. In a lead gen approach, what we typically are doing is we're sending over all the leads we've generated to sales to then do follow-up. And what happens is that sales will call down this list of people and they'll reach out to 100, and maybe only 10 will even remember the download that caused you to call them. From sales perspective, this was a marketing blessed list that was ready to have a conversation, and 90% of them don't know who you are. So if you do this day in and day out, week in and week out, sales is just going to not believe anything that you say because you've not delivered in the past. The third reason lead gen is killing your marketing program is because it is absolutely destroying your credibility. I've seen some lead gen programs where they actually would have been better off setting a pile of money on fire versus spending it to damage their brand and credibility over the long term. Good marketing programs are not just generated based on lead volume, but they should be based on the efficiency through which you acquire customers. That sounds very fancy. What that just means is how much money did it cost you to get an opportunity in the pipeline? And then how many of those opportunities actually close? When we think about how leadership teams often measure marketing, it is based on the conversion of how many leads become opportunities. And when you do lead gen and you have hundreds of thousands of leads that are created, and you only then have tens or hundreds of opportunities created, you see a sub 10% lead to opportunity conversion rate, which means you spent 90% of your marketing budget on people that aren't interested in buying from you at any point in the next 12 to 18 months. So as we think about this, the main goal of marketing should be to get more of our best customers to engage with our brand. And yes, not everyone will be ready to buy, but especially in a lead gen context, some of these people will never buy. So it's truly wasted money and wasted spend. So the more you go down a lead gen path, the more money you're going to spend on people that will never buy from you, are not ready to buy from you, and you may end up damaging the brand and making sure they never want to buy from you. So if you've been in B2B marketing for any length of time and you've been running lead gen, as I walk through this, you may feel the same things. But admittedly, you may not know a different approach to actually take that would be better. And what I would recommend for you is you take the time to identify your best customer, and not just some kind of criteria that's an ICP criteria, but you actually take the criteria and you turn it into a real list of companies that you would want to work with. You get leadership to look at it. You get customer success to look at it. You get sales to look at it. And you get everybody to buy in and say, these are the companies we want to work with. And from there, you market directly to those people. You will have a lower number of leads, absolutely, but you will have a higher efficiency of spend for getting qualified people that need your products and services. We refer to this as account-based marketing, in which you think about the company first or the account first, and then you market directly based on those companies. And as a result, you have greater buy-in, you have greater trust, you have a greater efficiency of your marketing program because it is only going to those that you absolutely want to work with. So if you like that thought process, the first step to building out your account-based marketing program is to first identify the targets you would actually like to go after. We recommend that you build an account-based marketing program where you have clear product market fit. So identify the product you want to sell and what market you want to sell it to, and then make a list of accounts for that market. Once you've developed that list, you can build a plan that is specific to getting those accounts to want to buy this product. If you want more information on account-based marketing, we have an entire channel dedicated just to helping you build out your first ABM program. Feel free to subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.